These crappie are coming up to the surface chasing bait. I'm actually catching these crappie right under the surface of the water. Yeah, Rich. Oh, that pile that was right there in front of the gazebo got over there with Oli, and I set the hook and hollered, man, that's a big old catfish. I'm talking about a solid black-nosed crappie. 13 3/4, so thick across the back. I'm telling you, I was hollering catfish all the way up. I hadn't caught one in so long or something. That man, fished it hard with him. Saw fish, found 2 more brush piles, did not get another bump. Drug it past fish. I said, man, these daggone black-nosed crappie so smart, man. And I see him swim off, swim down, all kind of stuff. It just, boy, it's you know. And then Mike Webb, he sent them pictures, and I told him what happened, and he wasn't, you know, it was like a normal day to him. He said, oh, you know, lived here all my life. He said, that's a typical day on Conroe. That's what he says. I don't like that lake, you know. You got a guy that lives here, and he said, that's a typical day on Conroe. I don't like that lake. So. Oh, but he don't know how to fish that lake. Oh, that's a big old slab black nose. I followed him all the way up under the limb. I got the camera running. Y'all saw it. That's how you target a crappie. I followed that fish all the way around that tree for 5 minutes. And I found him in a cut, and I dropped that jig and swam it past him, and he responded. That's what you call targeting a fish. And you see where that hook is at? He wanted it bad, but I was quick draw McGraw. Quick draw McGraw got him in the top of the jaw. Now, how about that? Yeah. And you ain't gonna believe that's still that same old jig. Make me take it from me. Wear it out. Yeah, I wish you would. You're gonna get just what your partner just got. Man. That's rewarding right there. I can leave that pile. If I work a pile like that and pull out a beautiful fish like that, I mean, that's worth anything you could do. That fish is flawless. You ever saw a flawless fish? This fish has not one mark on his body anywhere. So that's just telling you that's an intelligent fish. He just got a black stripe down his nose to let you know you're going to get one shot, because he ain't got now another mark where he ever been hooked and been through battle. This is a pristine, beautiful. I'm talking about, it's shimmering, got purple in his tail, the sun shining on it. Beautiful Lake Conroe crappie, man. That's what I came for, you know. My box looks good. It might not have numbers, but it's got some of the best looking, fattest, best eating crappie that you're gonna find anywhere around here. Prove something different to me. Got a fire going on in the woods over there behind me, and I got a fire going on over here in the park. One fish. Got excited. Got some good footage. Now let me turn it off. Back to the show, guys. Welcome to another episode of Hooked Up Fishing, Lake Conroe, and it should be an interesting day because we're a couple of days after a big major rise in lake levels. The lake was very, very high, and they released a lot of water. So these will be some conditions that will be different, I'm sure, and I won't say they'll be challenging. It'll all be determined on water conditions once I get out to areas that I'm going to fish. I'm going to start off in a cove and try to see if there's fish in here before I go out to the bridge, and see if there's current out there. If there is current out there, the fish are not going to be holding out there like they would if there was no current. So that may be the challenge, is if they're still releasing water. I can find that out from some guys in just a little bit, but for now I'm going to get you guys pointed at the screen and see if I can find a brush pile up in this cove and try to get on some fish. Hard hitter hand ties. I showed the jigs already, some of the color patterns that I'll be using, and I'll call it the dead of winter because it's the end of January, and that's kind of really when winter is here in the Houston, Texas area real good by January, February. I hadn't checked the water temperature yet. Oh, it's 48.41 degrees. Hog hunters and Texas fish junkies should be out here in the boat, and I'll hopefully be partnering up with those guys in just a minute here. "14 foot over there," looks like there is a little bit of a brush pile over there. Maybe another one. But 14 foot over doesn't look like it's holding anything, but right on top of it. There seems to be one 50 foot over that way. Couple of them maybe. I'll show you guys a Lake Conroe dirty. That's basically a Lake Conroe dirty, where you can still see it's just a clear brown. So I don't think I'm gonna do a color change, but I am gonna pay attention to that it's not as dark green, it's a clear brown. That's it in here in this pocket. Now I done got into 18 feet of water. So the lake is a little off color. That's one thing that's different. So that's going to be a factor to put into the equation today. I will be fishing the lake for the first time in a long time when the water is not as natural dark green. It's a clear brown. So I didn't see fish on that tree in this pocket. I see fish as I'm running along here towards the bridge, and I may drag a crankbait or something behind me just to see if I can pick off some fish by trolling. And I'll get back with y'all when I turn the camera back on. That's what we have, guys. There's a dirty pool noodle. And I mean, a long time since I seen Conroe water this dirty at 1097. I mean, it is brown, brown, brown. I don't see no fish up in the rocks. Don't seem like there's any current, but still. Are you in the rocks? I don't know if they're in the rocks, man. They may be in the rocks. Scan out far and check the bridge columns. Like it might be fish over there on. First boat going through. Farther north you go, the dirtier it's gonna get, buddy. Watch them floating logs out there. Some big fish hanging around the daggum bridge. Put some meat in the box with them hard hitting hand ties. Look how pretty blue. Cat like that, look at pretty blue. Look at pretty blue cat. I don't know what everybody else is gonna do, but I know I'm gonna put meat in the bag. That's all I know how to do. Stock the box, hooked up fishing, baby. Picture real quick. Big old pretty blue. So I'll knock me off a bunch of those. That's about a 3-pound blue. Hold on. Fat too. Fat. Crappie now. I see the crappie now. I'm sorry, y'all. He murdered that hard hitter hand tie. And them fish are way up at 12 foot deep in this murky water. And I mean, when I say he murdered that bait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's here one. It's legendary, that boy. I mean, those fish are way up there at 12. I mean, when I got that bait by that crappie, and I mean solid fish. Well, the fish I thought weren't crappie are crappie. All this debris has the fish pushed way up to 12 foot. That fish was at 12. Hold on. Let me just get this little hand tie. He ate that thing, man. He absolutely ate it. may as well do it, because this is the fish to do it with. From 12 feet under, he was only 12 feet under and murdering that same time. So here it goes. A good morning segment of, you know why you can't see me? Because that's a slab. Woo! Man, I mean a beautiful fish, man. That's a beautiful Lake Conroe crappie, man. Trying to tell guys, you just can't give up, you just can't give in, you just got to keep going. And Ole's out here and he sounded discouraged, he was like ready to go. And then this is another tip. I'm gonna show you right here. If I see a fish, it'll be good. May not see one, but I'll just shoot and see. So it look like I see. There's always something right there at 10 or 12. But when I get ready to fish it, say this is an 8-foot rod, that's 8 foot down. Then I drop, I got a mark to go 9, 10. So I know I'm 10. My transducer is like a foot in the water. So I go an extra foot, 11. So I should be on top of those. I don't do a whole lot of, like what you're doing, jigging. I hold that bait still over the fish. Okay. Yeah, but I don't move it. No jigging, because they're already skittish. So if you jig the bait, they take off. So when it's cold, it's called dead stick, and you just hold it still. Just stick it on the fish. And then it's the right time of the day that you hit it. Sometimes I've been out here all day, and then at 3 or 4 o'clock, I catch all my fish.
You see all the weight I have to put on it? To go right, look, it goes smooth. But to go left, I have to actually put my whole heel on it.
Yeah, that's
And, you know,
and that's what Reggie was saying. It's so much that's like not working on that boat. He said you don't have to put them people in their life if they don't honor that, man, because you don't go get a car and then have problems. You don't buy nothing to have problems. And it's not a big deal. Don't let it wreck our day. But we just gonna keep fishing, you know, and then eventually, like I said, some days I come out here and go all the way there, fish all the way back, and then get back here, and then boom, 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 boom. Huh? And the catfish are sometimes they all skinnish, but then every now and then you'll get one of them that'll pop it. Huh? Oh! Look at the head on that. God, dog. That fish was number 10 foot down. Them little marks I'm seeing at 10 foot, that's the big crappie. Man, this is a goddamn 14-inch crappie. I'm talking about a big old hog, and he was 10 foot under the water. That's it. On these front pilings and on that piling, them fish are just 10 foot down. Right there, just close. I ain't got now camera on, just to sit there and busted this big old hog. Cause you know, it's a slow day. So I'm not turning the camera on and missing footage, man. I'm sitting there, you know, we're having a tough time, but I'm telling Ole, hey, just don't give up. It ain't even the feed. And every now and then, I go from piling to piling, and I just passed like 7 or 8 pilings with no fish. And then when I did hit one, right at 10 foot on these pilings, man, it's a hog. And I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Cause this is one. You know why you can't see me? Cause that's a slab. Man, I hate I didn't get the footage for you. That is a hog of a crappie. all on that same jig, Reggie. From from they whooping that jig so much, the body slide down just a little bit, but it's so tightly tied. All you gotta do is push it back up like a real good plastic and go right back to fishing. I mean, they beating that dadgum same baker since Palestine. 10 foot down in dirty water on Lake Conroe. I shouldn't be telling nobody. I'm gonna edit that out. 10 foot down on Lake Conroe when it's dirty. The fish are at 10. And I mean some hogs, man. So look, approach that pilot and look around 10. You're gonna see something kind of right around 10. But don't just drag your jig up there. Have it ready to drop down right to 10 if you see the fish. My goodness, man. That's a fish there. How they call it? I mean, barely about to bust. Well, it ain't that. I'm just gonna keep I don't care if I gotta go from here to the other side and back 10 times a day. I ain't doing nothing else. What the heck else I got going on in America? Nothing. I'm out here, and I gotta make something happen. You know, ain't nothing just gonna come to me. If they was jumping in the kayak, everybody buy one. Fish ain't doing that. You gotta work, and I mean work today, because I couldn't figure it out, and I was like, man, what is going on? Yeah, I see what's going on. You gotta ease up on one of these polys with a big old female at 10, and ask her, do she want to come in? And I mean, it look like it's another one over there. Jeez Louise, I'm coming, just hold on. They big enough to have them hood names. Unlike, this one name might be Loretta. This one might be named, yeah, Shaquita or something. Long as she ain't Shanae, long as it ain't no Shanae, I don't want nothing with sugar. I don't need no sugar britches. God, dog. Man, if these crappie and I get another one, I'm gonna turn the camera on, y'all. That's what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I mean, guys, about expecting the unexpected or adapting to the situation, however you want to put it. Curiosity had me thinking that could have been those fish there at 12, and it is. And I hope I get on more than just one, because it's only like 5 fish and they're all smart. So, you know, we gotta see. We just gotta see. Try to get right over the top of them and see what happens. Get back with y'all. Turn you towards the head cam. Footage, man. It's in there. You know, we're having a tough time, but I'm telling Ole, hey, just don't give up. It ain't even the feed. And every now and then, I go from piling to piling, and I just passed like 7 or 8 pilings with no fish. And then when I did hit one, right at 10 foot on these pilings, man, it's a hog. And I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Because this is one. You know why you can't see me? Because that's a slab. Man, I hate I didn't get the footage for you. But that is a hog of a crappie. All on that same jig, Reggie. They whooping that jig so much, the body slide down just a little bit, but it's so tightly tied. All you gotta do is push it back up like a real good plastic and go right back to fishing. I mean, they beating that dadgum same baker since Palestine. 10 foot down in dirty water on Lake Conroe. I shouldn't be telling nobody. I'm gonna edit that out. 10 foot down on Lake Conroe when it's dirty. The fish are at 10. And I mean some hogs, man. So look, approach that piling and look around 10. You're gonna see something kind of right around 10. But don't just drag your jig up there. Have it ready to drop down right to 10 if you see the fish. My goodness, man. These are crappie at 10 on this piling. And they this big. I mean that what you've been asking for, like on Lake Houston. Boom. I mean a solid just boom. God, dog. Okay. All right. Later. See how I just got one fish off that pile, and that's it, one. And then it may not be another one now, but if I just keep going, I may end up with some. It's just tough, man. It ain't a bunch of them yet, but when we run into them, they're gonna be some good fish. You see that fish that's swimming way down there at 22? A couple of them. Yeah, that's like your catfish. I didn't really see a crappie here at 10. I see your jig hanging down. Right, it was kind of like by a fish. Yeah, it's one, seemed like it's one right there at 10, but I can't say. Ooh, it's too big. It's two big marks over here. It took off. Guess.
There's one right here at 10, but it's like the mark is the size of the pillar, so it's gotta be a catfish.
Yeah, but you want that. It might be a big op. There's a fish right here at 10 to 12, right in the front. If you just kind of. You see it? You see it? Did you see him in the front of there? Yeah. Fish him. It looked like that could be a crappie. See that? That's it. So really, every time y'all go up to a piling, because you can't hardly see them, they're close to the piling at 10. Just drop down to like 10 and 11 and target those fish. If you stick with me, I'm gonna get you catching fish. You know, you ain't gotta go run like to tell nobody else to do it. Right? You know, you got the best person to tell you. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. He ain't no big one, but he gone. Oh yeah, he is. Big hopper. Come on back this way, man. Can you come back this way, sir? Please, sir. If I can put a net on you. You going on a string. I'm gonna bleed you today. Well, I say that. I ain't got him yet. Sir, could you calm down, please, sir? Sir, could you calm down? Not gonna do it. Woo, Lord, that's a big old hop. Barely got it. Don't do it. Thank you, sir. God, dog. Well, it's on and popping now, man. All we gotta do is fish, man. We just gotta keep fishing. God, dog.
It's hard to keep a boat.
Not when you get the right stuff. You're just having a hard time.
Hard time.
Take the thing back, man. Watch them gills on that shore. Hybrid. Yeah, your system's showing good then. You straight. You just gotta. Those fish might not bite, but I don't get discouraged because sooner or later you're gonna get one of them big cats. Oh, and another thing, whenever you see right and left, left and right, what's to the left or the pole is on this side of you. It's not left and right. It's close and far. So if you see to the right on the piling, that's on the other side of the piling. Yeah, it's not left and right. No, it's, you know, in other words, the transducer's shooting at the piling. What you see first, when you look to your right, is in front of the piling. If you see some marks behind it, those fish are behind the piling. And you look at the numbers on top, it'll show you. 18, the other side is, so that means farther away. That's how you fish the piling. Okay, I see the same marks up here at 10 again in the front of this one. So y'all try the front of this one at 10 foot, and then boom, you know, it might be crappie at 10. Whoa, there you go. Whoa, there you go. God. Hey man, hold on, wait a minute, where you going? Chill out. God dog, let me get reversed. You acting a donkey, that's a good catfish, I hope. Man. Get over here where I can deal with you, partner. Put you in the boat. God. Hooked up fishing, y'all. Lake Conroe. Tough day edition of big old blue. I mean a big old pretty blue. Stop rolling, stop rolling, stop rolling. Roll in the net, partner. Roll in the net. Look at the head on that. I'm catfishing, y'all, with hard hitter hand ties. This is the Lake Conroe edition of how to use hard hitter hand ties to catch January blue cat. And I mean, monster blue cat. All on that hard hitter hand tie. Be cool, Chew. Be cool, man. Just be cool. Just a minute. Let me get a picture. Get a picture with you. Yeah, buddy. I seen him out by himself, swimming up to the pile. Starting to put in a clinic. Starting to put in work. Eating that. These crappie are coming up to the surface chasing bait. I'm actually catching these crappie right under the surface of the water. Look at the head on that. God, dog. Wee, man. I'm going to do it again. I told you, every time I catch one today, I'm going to have to do it. Every one I catch is one of these. You know why you can't see me? Because that's a slab. Yo, Charles.
Boy, swing him in the boat, boy. Swing him in the boat.
Well, they too big to swing.
They too big to swing.
Yeah, they too big to swing. There we go.
How many you got in the boat, man?
No, I ain't hit but 4 fish, but they all solid. And then I got 2 big old cats. But I just got over here on the west end, and maybe they on the west end, and plus the feed ain't until 3 o'clock today, so that's part of it, I guess. 10 and 12 foot deep, that's it. And the water, you know, funk brown, but I mean they shallow. Same one.
Ready to get me up with them.
Yeah, that
Hey,
same
bro,
one.
I sure wanted to get out there the weekend, but I
It's
just...
dirty, it's dirty, and then it's gonna be windy the next, you know, after a while. I mean, it's the only day the wind wasn't up. But
I know,
the water is off color. You know, it was full of dandelions and all kind of crap this morning. So, you know, it's a tough fish, but I ain't quitting.
You ain't quitting out here.
Nah, I'm gonna go to the brush piles after I, you know, pluck. I get one or two a pile and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep working on it. Yeah, just mark it. You want to fish it, don't cast to it, you're going to get hung on it. You always drop straight down on a brush pile, especially a brush pile. Look like it's just some big cats on it. I see somebody's jig coming down. There might be some good fish in there, just top side of it. Yep, big catfish on it. I think. God, Lordy, Miss. Look at the head on. Oh my goodness! I'm talking about catfish. No wonder I said catfish. Man, look at this black-nosed crappie, man. Good night. I'm finna do it again. I'm telling you, I'm finna do it again. You know why you can't see me? Because that's a black-nosed slab. Oh, wow. Look at that jig, man. That jig from Palestine to Conroe to Lake Houston, it don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter. Let me go and get official on this big fish right here, y'all. 13 and a half. 13 and a half, man. Black nose. That's a big black nose. Boy, we done spent all day. But we're gonna fish brush piles the rest of the day. I had it over the top of the pile and made him come out. Don't go in. Go over the top of it and make him come out. And don't run over the top of it with your boat because you'll scare him. So stay back away from it just enough to drop your jig, and then you good. Man, I thought that was a catfish. That joke was fighting so hard. Yeah, Rich. Well, that pile that was right there in front of the gazebo got over there with Ole, and I set the hook and hollered, man, that's a big old catfish. I'm talking about a solid black nose crappie. 13 3/4, so thick across the back. I'm telling you, I was hollering catfish all the way up. I hadn't caught one in so long or something. And man, fished it hard with him. Saw a fish, found 2 more brush piles. Did not get another bump. Drug it past fish. I said, man, these daggum black nose crappie so smart, man. And I see him swim off, swim down, all kind of stuff. It just, boy, it's you know. And then Mike Webb, he sent them pictures, and I told him what happened, and he wasn't, you know, it was like a normal day to him. He said, oh, you know, lived here all my life. He said, that's a typical day on Conroe. That's what he says. And I don't like that lake, you know. You got a guy that lives here, and he said, that's a typical day on Conroe. I don't like that lake. So. Oh, but he don't know how to fish that lake. Oh, that's a big old slab black nose. I followed him all the way up under the limb. I got the camera running. Y'all saw it. That's how you target a crappie. I followed that fish all the way around that tree, and I found him in a cut, and I dropped that jig and swam it past him, and he responded. That's what you call targeting a fish. And you see where that hook is at? He wanted it bad, but I was quick draw McGraw. Quick draw McGraw got him in the top of the jaw. Now, how about that? Yeah. And you ain't gonna believe that's still that same old jig. Make me take it from me. Wear it out. Yeah, I wish you would. Go get just what your partner just got. Man. That's rewarding right there. I can leave that pile. If I work a pile like that and pull out a beautiful fish like that, I mean, that's worth anything you could do. That fish is flawless. You ever saw a flawless fish? This fish has not one mark on his body anywhere. So that's just telling you that's an intelligent fish. He's just got a black stripe down his nose to let you know you're going to get one shot, because he ain't got now another mark where he ever been hooked and been through battle. This is a pristine, beautiful. I'm talking about, it's shimmering, got purple in his tail, the sun shining on it. Beautiful Lake Conroe crappie, man. That's what I came for, you know. My box looks good. It might not have numbers, but it's got some of the best looking, fattest, best eating crappie that you're gonna find anywhere around here. Prove something different to me. Got a fire going on in the woods over there behind me, and I got a fire going on over here in the pot. One fish. Got excited. Got some good footage. Now let me turn it off. Back to the struggle. No, I'm peeking at the pile before I do anything. I'm dissecting the thing first, and then, you know, giving it a little, you know. I'm blowing it all the way up to really see if there's a fish there. With the way you got it now, I can go ahead and just see if there's a fish there. Just look inside the pile and see the fish. That's why I saw them ones swim in. I saw them swim in because I'm looking at the pile, trying to target a fish on the top. Right when I was doing that, another, you know, fish came swimming in, so I might as well swim my jig in from the bottom and see some of these big old fish that swim in the bottom before I get to the pile, because there's some suspending fish now. I'm picking it up from the suspending fish. There go a big old suspending fish. He just passed it right up, or I passed him right up. I didn't give him no foul shot, but I didn't like the looks of him. Took off at a high rate of speed and then slowed down abruptly and looked like a big old catfish. Looked like the whiskers were sticking out the side. Yeah, he looked like it. Now, I'm gonna pull up on this pile again. I may go ahead and mark it, just depending. on how it looked again this time. I go fish swimming away from it, a big old fish. He didn't turn. Yeah, he did. I moved too fast. Good. He turned. That's them two catfish that swim in. That's who them is. They swimming back out. Bag back up. Same direction. Top dollar with the gold fleet collar. Big white bass. No, I'm using the one from my other phone. It might just show Jason. And then I'm sitting on a big old brush pile. Wait, there's somebody done dropped a brush pile over here on the thing. I'm serious, Reggie. Somebody done dropped a big old whole brush pile over here.
Hey, mark it, man.
Oh, I ain't got to mark it. It's right here at the thing.
No.
It's right here at the dock. I don't know if something.
You can mark it whenever when you're selling that stuff, it's part of it.
Oh yeah. We're gonna mark it then. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to sell this one.
Now, how you mark yours and I mark mine was different.
I tell you what, did you get that picture in that group? Look at that look at that dock, man. Lord, in Miss Claudia. Man, there wasn't nothing on this brush pile. I see some suspending fish. One, two, big crappie. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big crappie. 2 big old channel cat. Blue cats. 2 big blue cats. 8 keeper, real nice slab crappie, y'all. Hooked up fishing, man. Getting myself off the water lakes. Had a lot of debris in the water. Lots of debris. Lots of big old, that floating grass lily pad stuff. Y'all, this one jig has caught fish on 4 lakes in Texas so far. One jig, I ain't changed it. So let's see if this one jig will catch fish on every lake in Texas. Don't let the hard hitter on your lake, don't do population control. Yes, sir. Get there on Conroe. In horrible conditions, off-colored water, debris floating everywhere right after a major flood, and I still produced some fish. Caught a lot of throwbacks when I got on the west side, but man, got a good footage. I hope I got some good footage of a target of a black crappie. They were very smart. He was inside a diamond-shaped tree branch, and I chased him from one side of the pile to over there where he thought or she thought she was cool, and I ran it same jig right there by her. Boom! 13.5-inch black nose crappie. They're real smart. You got to know how to fish to catch them. You got to be smart. So I guess a hard hitter smart, y'all. Thanks for watching, man. Like, subscriptions, comments. For rolling with me. And boom! I might even try to hit a fish or 2 on the east side before I get out of here. Later. Like and share. Subscribe, like, and share. Main thing, watch, because I, try to show you how to do it. Later. Final footnote to tell you guys. All of the fish were good, solid 14, big fish. All of the fish were single fish or a couple of fish or 3 fish on a pilot. And then the kicker is, I didn't fish those fish at 10 foot and 12 foot because they look like big hybrids. When I start fishing them, they were big crappie. The crappie were up in the water column. Here in January after that flood, they were up at 10, 7. I mean, they were up, man, in the water column. Holding to these outside pilings, 10 foot, 8 foot, 7 foot. I mean, I never would have thought that. Probably could have had more fish if I would have, snapped to that a little earlier. But I didn't want to fool with no big hybrids, and these were big images, but it was big crappie. So yeah, man, turned out to be a real great experience, man. You learn something on tough days. That's why you come out on those tough days. That's why you fish tough days, because you will learn something if you put your skills to the test. Believe me, I tested mine today. Off-color water, like Conroe never really is, on 1097. Tons of lily pads just floating, just trash all in the water when I first got in this morning. Some of it's cleared out now. But, so there must have been a little bit of a current and single fish everywhere and up high in the water column. Just an unreal type of situation, but I figured it out, So that's something else to put in my little repertoire of what to do in certain situations. But it could change messing with crappie. That's the only thing. Those rascals, they may do this year, and they may not do it any other time after this. But they may repeat it. They repeat the rocks. They get in the rocks when that current is in here. So we'll have to see. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Got a good workout. That's what I needed. And like I said, man, watch. The watch time is what's up. Like and share. Oh, man. Don't order no hand ties. I don't feel like tying no more right now. Later. Floating debris out there, and that's what I was talking about. It's broke up a lot now. It was heavily matted in here first thing this morning, but it is acres and acres of that junk on this east side. So, I mean, it's just a tough fish, man. First time for everything, though. Watching fishing on TV, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Hooked Up Fishing, man. If y'all don't know, you're gonna know shortly. Ole here. Let me mute the TV. Y'all already know I did the live scope install. He went right out there and got on a crappie. Well, that's what I say about networking and helping people out. That's why you always do the right thing. Ole does embroidery, right? And the blessing part is, me and my brother, we just lost our embroidery person. She's not answering the phone. We don't know what's up with her. None of that. So these shirts were at his house. He was waiting on an embroidery lady to answer, and she hadn't answered. So, I mean, hey, he got it down. I mean, you see here, that's hooked up. He's got it down packed. And one of these is mine. The rest of them, guys, I'm going to be doing some stuff with the shirts. I'll just let you know once I get it all lined out. He picked some good color patterns that pop on there. That gray and black, that brown with that light gold, and then okay, that's fire. That orange, that bright orange on there, and look at that, man. That's mine. Y'all got to give. It's money green, man. The green gonna make it move. If y'all get some green, y'all can get some of these mean, clean fishing machines right here, man. But yeah, and then he threw in, I mean, I ain't never even had one, man, a hard hitter hat, you know what I'm saying? Only does all of this embroidery work, man. Not only that, what is other, screen printing, logos, some of everything, man. So if you need your work done, okay, get with me. Miss Lady K Fishing, if you want your shirts and stuff for your channel. The screen printing, I don't know what it is, but it's like on cups or anything you want.
Everything.
On everything.
Yeah, that's on shirts, but I do everything.
Let me see. He's got the Texas
Fish
Fish Junkies hat and his logo right there. Look at that skeleton on that fish, man. Look at the detail on that thing, man. But anyway, we're going to sit down and talk business, man, and work on some ties. I just wanted y'all to show the hats came in. Ole, thank you so much, bro. That's how we roll on Hooked Up Fishing, man. You just never know when you're hooking somebody else up. I did him a heck of a deal on his live scope install, and now guess what? It's full circle, man. So we just gonna keep the ball rolling. The main thing we're gonna do is get on the fish as soon as this water subsides, so we're not sitting here watching fish on TV and tying hard hitter hand ties. But I'm gonna